I was raised in a dry cleaners where grandma's pictures played on a tiny staticky portable black and white TV, where grandpa accidentally made rockets out of overboiled eggs. It was our little secret, but one I couldn't keep because it amused me so. My days included watching garments sway on the conveyors. Oh, how they mesmerized me. The plastic wrap almost danced as the clothes floated in circles above us. I spun in circles with glee. My days smiled like My days smelled like the sizzles from when iron met dry cleaning chemicals. The days were hot, and the fans were child-sized, and I mean the size of me as a child. And they were loud, bringing relief from the heat, and to my tiny frame, the space behind the counter was enormous, as was their love for me. Many lessons were learned there as their elderly neighbors sat in the cleaners to chat about this, that, the other, that person over there. A love for my seniors and their wisdom seeped into my sponge-like brain, and so did the importance of community and family and entrepreneurialism. My grandparents owned things, ran things, they taught us things, they loved us, loved God, loved reading, and loved leading. In business and church and home, they were pillars and shelter and made me feel good and safe in my skin as I was enveloped in their russet love. Grandpa held doors for Grandma, Mommy, and me. That's why I expect the same today. But it wasn't all old school fairy tales. Sometimes it was knives hidden in the newspaper just in case. It was so many rats that their sound was mistaken for Santa. It was burglaries, death threats, and their children almost being kidnapped. It was being labeled the rich one for understanding that next steps came with sweat down backs. See, my grandparents never made it to college, but they made businesses and gifted them to their siblings while leaving little seedlings and us little seedlings. The cleaners being the last. The only one I remember, though, my taste buds still remember the corn or bran flat top muffins, seared on the grill and buttered to perfection, thanks to their luncheonette. You know what I'm talking about. They never really thrived. That wasn't really allowed, you see. But they survived the Great Migration. They spat in the face of Jim Crow. They jumped over red lines, but understand, though Grandpa was a metal GI, them bills were never distributed evenly. So he scraped and saved and built a house and home on the dreams that their children would be integrated, even if it grated the nerves of the majority, even if it meant being caught in the crosshairs or taking dives or to arrive at moving finishing lines. My grandpa was a tank. Grandma was our ministering saint, and they instilled so much in me. The lessons learned were foundational for me, and it all started in that dry cleaners full of love, tucked under the river viewing towers in the southwest part of the Bronx.